North African countries have also joined that Saudi-led coalition in support of the Yemeni government. CCTV's Adel Mahrouky joins us live from Sharm el-Sheikh with that. And Adel, how big are these operations and how long are they expected to last?
Well, basically, it seems that the estimations, according to what we've been getting here and from Saudi experts, that they believe the operations should last for at least from 3 to 7 days. Of course, overall, many believe, particularly strategic analysts, that this is not enough time to conduct the main operation that the Saudis want, and basically is to give power back to President Hadi and make sure that the Houthis cannot retaliate and do not have the power to regain territories like they do. The Houthis are believed to have about main control over 12 governorships out of 22 in the Yemeni Republic, and that's basically more than half. But overall, the Saudis have achieved a lot today in Sharm el-Sheikh. They have support from most Arab countries. Some countries like Egypt have shown extreme commitment, even extending the expectations and fulfilling their commitment if the situation requires boots on the ground.
The Saudi-led airstrikes forced Arab foreign ministers to interrupt their scheduled preparatory meeting for the Arab summit here in Sharm el-Sheikh. The situation in Yemen took top priority on the agenda.
Almost most of the Arab countries are with this coalition.
Yeah. And who has reservations?
No reservation at all. I don't have any reservation today.
Yet less than half of the Arab countries have joined the first official military operation. Among them, 3 African countries. 2 have officially confirmed. Sudan's armed forces webpage announced participation in Yemen strikes without giving details. Egypt, on the other hand, said it has sent air and naval forces and vowed full commitment.
Our stance from the crisis there is based on the rejection of violating legitimacy and imposing force by certain policies. Some conspirators inside and greedy forces abroad wanted to abduct Yemen and challenge the will of its people and marginalize them. So Egypt will join the coalition with RD forces, naval forces, and if it became necessary.
The Arab League was more concerned with the legitimacy of the strikes. Secretary General Nabil al-Arabi stressed the strikes do not violate international law.
The strikes are based on the Arab League Charter and resolutions regarding Yemen, as it does the Joint Arab Defense Treaty that states, member states consider any aggression on it or more states or their forces an aggression on all states, and immediately report the aggression on the Security Council and what was taken in reaction. And this has happened after the Yemeni president has requested from both organizations military intervention.
Now, the Arab Summit should have been discussing the joint Arab forces to discuss or to face the regional threats on Saturday, but it seems with the current forces that at least half of the member states already do not want to wait for the summit because they have already troops ongoing in this operation.
Adel, tell us about the implications on the region.
Well, basically, it's quite, there are a lot of contradictions. The main eyes now are focused on Iran and what will be the reaction from Iran if there happens to be any sort of another physical or military interference. This might lead to a catastrophe that many fears. But beside that, there are a lot of debates about what this would lead and what would it mean for other crises for the Arab nations. How would this be reflected on Libya and the situation in Syria, and why is Yemen so different? Is it just because it's so close and has a huge border with Saudi Arabia or not? So how the Arab leaders will phrase that into actions in their summit on Saturday will actually clarify a lot of things.
Adel Mahrouky, thank you for the update live in Sharm el-Sheikh for us.